The 1 year anniversary of Wuthering Waves has been a mixed bag. Honestly speaking, I personally am sort of mixed right now. While I like and appreciate the rewards that are available right now, I do feel that they can be better. So, without wasting much time, let's just get straight into the video. Now, before we actually get into the video, if you're interested in news videos, challenge videos, occasional guides, and some other fun videos that I'll try from time to time for any of the games that you can see on screen right now, then I think you should consider subscribing to the channel. The goal for the year is 5,000 subscribers, and every single subscription counts. Thank you all so much. Let's get back to the content. Now, before I actually get into my personal thoughts, I want to address the bad eggs in the community. There are 2 or 3 main groups of people that I want to address. One of them is the people who are angry that Wuthering Waves is not giving us a free character because they heard that we are going to get a free character from leaks. Like, I've been hearing that a lot of people thought that Wuthering Waves was going to give out Kakona. I still don't know if that's the correct way to pronounce her name. If it isn't, I am very sorry. But I heard that there are people who are angry that we don't have a free Kakona in the game. And I'm like, what exactly gives you the right to be angry that a leak, something that isn't 100% confirmed and can change at any time, is not happening? Like, what gives you the right to be angry about that? I don't understand. Please, if you are someone who likes leaks, okay? If you're someone who digests leaks, keep it at the back of your mind that leaks can change at any time. Do not take them as 100% accurate until the company actually says something about it. That being said, let me now move on to the second group of people, the people who have been hiding behind the Japanese players and justifying their own stand on the rewards being fine just because the Japanese players say that they are okay with the rewards. First of all, just because a large group of people say that something is fine does not mean that that thing is actually fine. Like, I don't even want to go into this because I believe that this is something that a lot of people should understand. Now, I'm not one of those people who are saying that rewards are bad, but I do have my nitpicks against them, and I will still get into that. And by the way, for the people who were actually hiding behind the Japanese players, you have your own opinion. You don't actually need to look at JP and all of that. Yes, I understand that most of these companies, most of these gacha companies, actually care more about what the CN and Japanese players are saying, but still, just because they say that something is good does not actually mean that it is good. Like, all of us have different cultures, different ways that we see things. They may be fine with it, but we on our side aren't actually fine with it. And it's fine for you to say, I don't like this, or I'm fine with this, even if the other people aren't fine with it. Just don't turn it into an argument if someone else isn't actually fine with what they're saying. That being said, let me now talk about the last group of people who said that they're no longer going to spend money on the game because Wuthering Waves is not doing what they had thought they would do. Yes, while I understand you guys' anger, I don't think it's something that is necessarily that deep. I'm going to play devil's advocate here, and I'm going to side with kurogames here. I understand that we want better rewards for the live stream, but I don't think that for the 1 year anniversary they should go above and beyond. Let me explain. Wuthering Waves is a game that we expect to continue running for 2, 3, 4, 5 years more. If Wuthering Waves comes out and does every single thing that you guys want right now, then in the second year, the third year, the fourth year, what exactly can they give us that would trump what they gave us in the first year? Like, I hope you guys understand what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to say that if they're going to give us any rewards at all, we should also give them the room to be able to do just enough where they can actually trump it or do better the next year and the next year and the next year. I understand why you guys are angry, and I understand that most of these companies will only hear you if you talk with your wallets, but I don't think it's that deep. Like, if you remember Genshin Impact literally just gave out a temple. That's all. No free characters, no nothing, no reruns for 5-star characters. Like literally, they just gave you a 4-star selector and they say that's all. Wuthering Waves has done a whole lot better compared to that. So while I understand your anger, please don't actually take it to that extent. It's not that deep. But with all of that said, let's now get to my personal thoughts. After listening to the live stream, and when I looked at everything that was said, I felt very strongly that the rewards were more biased towards players who are just coming into the game and people who may have left the game during the very rough 1.0 launch but are now coming back for the 1-year anniversary. And while I understand why kurogames is doing that, it doesn't feel fair to people who have stuck with the game ever since the launch all the way up till now. Like, without those people who actually stuck with the game from that time up till now, the game technically should not even be running for up to a year by now. Like, if everyone left the game when they could not run the game on any hardware, even hardware that was higher than the recommended specs, when people could not do basic things and all of that, if people had left then, the game would most probably just have EOS after a little while. And for you to then ignore all of those players and then focus on newer players does not make any sense. I hope people actually understand where I'm coming from. Like, if we're talking about the rewards from the standpoint of someone who's actually coming into the game for the first time or who hasn't actually played in a long time, these rewards are actually very, very good. These players may have missed out a ton of characters, and now they have the chance to actually catch up to all of these characters. And the best part about all of these banners is there's no word on whether or not you can only pull one character, which technically means that you can actually pull for all of the characters that are available on the banners over and over and over. And this ties into what I talked about in my video where I tried to predict the 1-year rewards for the game. I said that even though they are going to be doing an anniversary, they are still going to be looking for a way to earn money. And this is one way to do it, by giving people who have missed a lot of these characters the chance to actually get them. These players can potentially start to spend money in order to get all of the characters that they potentially missed. So I don't really have a problem with the rewards if I'm looking at it from the standpoint of someone who is just returning. But as someone who has been playing the game, and honestly as someone who has also been making content for the game, it's not fair that the rewards are just this sparse. That's just my honest opinion. So with that being said, what would I add to make the rewards at least feel like they're including people who have actually supported the game for the past 1 year? Like I said in my previous video about the anniversary rewards, one of them is to just simply give us another limited standard 5-star selector. You don't actually have to give us a limited 5-star character. You can leave the limited 5-star character for the second year of the game. Like, that's one way to do it. Another way to do it is to give out a limited 5-star character, but then limit it to maybe every single character that has been available in the game from version 1.0 all the way to version 2.1. Then you can leave out the version 2.2 characters. And another way to actually do it in a way where it doesn't feel like you're losing out money is you can say maybe on anniversary day, every single player who logs into the game can get one of these characters that I just mentioned for free. But if you miss anniversary day, then from the next day all the way to when version 2.3 actually ends, you can select a 5-star character that you want to get and you can be able to pull for them for a lesser amount of pulls, similar to the beginner banner where you could get a 5-star character after, if I remember correctly, that was 30 or 50 pulls. So you can do something where you can go for 40 pulls in order to get those characters, and then if they want, they can add a 50-50. I don't think a 50-50 is needed on that banner, but it's still something that I think a lot more people who have been playing the game for longer will actually appreciate. That's just my own honest opinion. Right around now, some of you might probably be asking why on earth the only reward that I think is good enough for players that have stuck through with the game for so long is a free 5-star. And honestly speaking, I think that's the best kind of reward you can give, because if you give out more polls, that basically, in my opinion, reduces the chances of players actually spending later on in the game. For example, if there are players who aren't interested in Zani or Kakona, just like myself, then they can just save up any of the polls that they get to potentially go for a character further down the line. But if you just give them a straight limited 5-star character, then in future patches, they will probably be likely to spend more money. Like I always say, even though they're doing the anniversary and they're giving all of these things, the most likely thing is that they'll be most likely looking for a way to make some more money. And that is why I think that a limited 5-star is best. But I'm also interested in hearing what you guys think would be a better reward if you don't agree with me. But with all of that being said, thank you all so much for watching the video. Subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. Also join my Discord channel, which I also call my hideout. All links are in the description. And with all of that being said, I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace, guys.